Hi loves, you are welcome to my tutorial today. I am Chidi, and on today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make this gorgeous sleeve that you can see on the screen. So if this sounds like what you'll be interested in, then stay tuned to the end and make sure that you don't cut the video at any point. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, do well to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell. Without wasting time, let's delve into it. So right here I have the basic sleeve. I always like to have a master pattern for my blocks. So this is my master pattern block for the basic sleeve. So that is what I used to carve out the basic sleeve that you can see on the screen, and just describing how I did that. I placed it like so and then I cut it out. That is placing the paper on fold. Okay, so right now I'm measuring the level I want the puff sleeve to get to. I measure 16 here. I measure 16. It's not like 16 is the level I want. I want it to be around 12 and a half, 13. But I measure 16 because it has to roll up inside. It has to go inside and form a balloon, just as you can see in the picture. So that is to enable that balloon effect. Okay, so right here, watch carefully and see everything that I am going to do. Now I'm going to make the puff sleeve. Okay, I'm going to make the puff sleeve using the markings that you can see. I've measured the fullest part of the sleeve. So when you measure the fullest part of the sleeve, you have to multiply it by 3 minimum, but this can be more. You can even do it for this very sleeve effect. You have to multiply it by 4. Note that every measurement gotten here is on fold. That means it's double of the measurement. Measuring my sleeve here, what I got is 7 for the biceps of the basic sleeve. Okay, multiplied by 3 gave me 21, but my paper wasn't up to, so I decided to just use my paper the way it is. So on fold, this paper is 18 inches. Okay, you can make the 7 times 4, that is 28 inches, which will give you a very full effect. Okay, so right here I'm measuring up from my cap. Watch carefully to see. I measured up from my cap 8 1/4 inches to give that puffy full cap effect, and from the fold of my paper I'm now smoothing it to make a curve to where the basic sleeve is. Watch carefully to understand every bit of what I'm doing. Is very easy and I know that you will understand. So right here I'm cutting it out. This is the first step to making this gorgeous sleeve. I'll cut it out and I'll unpin my basic sleeve. Now this is our puff sleeve, and I will go ahead and notch the cap and also the hem so that I will know the middle. This is to ensure that you are not confused about where the midpoint is, because this will be needed later. Okay, I'll keep this aside and I will bring another paper on fold. Okay, watch carefully. This paper now is also on fold. Now I'll also use my basic sleeve. This is the level of the puff sleeve, but I'm not going to make this very one to get to the level of the puff sleeve. So I have to go up. Here I went up by 2.5 inches, but I eventually made it 4.5. I eventually made it 4.5 so that I can get the balloon effect that I need. Watch closely to see what I am doing. Marking that level now, I placed it on the hem, okay, the edge of the paper that I placed on fold, and I'll be cutting out this basic sleeve. Okay, fine, beautiful. So watch closely to understand. It's very easy. It's an easy tutorial and I know you understand. I've notched the middle points. So right here I felt that this length is not as short as I want it, because I want that balloon effect. Okay, I want that balloon effect. So After here, I went ahead to reduce that inner sleeve by 2. Yes, that's what I did. That's what I'm about to do now. I'm reducing it by 2. I had to do this before I started forming the pleats. This is so that by the time we fold it in, what you'll be seeing is the balloon effect. You won't see the puff, the pleats made. You will just see the balloon effect of the pleat that is inside. Okay. So having marked the midpoint, I will make this midpoint to match with the midpoint of the puff sleeve, and I will start pleating. Watch closely to understand. Okay. It's easy and I'm so sure you will understand. Now I've matched the midpoint. You see what I'm doing, and I'm beginning to form pleats. I'm forming pleats. Note that the width of your sleeve, you can do it times 4. In fact, times 4 is ideal, but my paper didn't give me up to what I wanted, so I have to make do with what I have. Okay, but if it's fabric, go ahead and do times 4 to get the maximum fullness that you want. So I'm going ahead to pin and pin and pin. Note that if this is fabric, you will need a stabilizer, a sort of interfacing to structure it, to make it thick. Okay, to make it thick. You can use like this inner ball gown net. You can just lay it under your fabric so that by the time you pleat it, it will give that very puffy effect. Something like that inner net that is used for ball gown. So I've gone ahead to stitch down the pleats that I made. Please be watchful to understand. I'm putting notches. Okay, I'm just treating this like a fabric. Just take it like a fabric because it's just the same. The difference is that this is paper. I'm going ahead to top stitch. So I have top stitched right here, as you can see. Watch closely to see what is going to be done here. And this is the hem of the sleeve, guys. I will fold it in. Do yours as you can see me do. I folded it in and I'm matching the cap notches. Okay, the notch on the puff sleeve and the notch on the basic sleeve inside, I made sure they are matching each other. I'll go ahead and start forming pleats all over the cap. Watch closely to understand. Just watch, you will understand perfectly what I'm doing. So guys, if it's a fabric, you will need an interfacing, any kind of strong interfacing, not so strong. You can see that the fabric used here is damask. Probably they just added hairstay, and then you use something like this net, thick net that is used on the ball gowns. You can just overlay your fabric on it and then use it as a single fabric, as the main fabric. Okay, while the other piece under, like I'm using it here, will be the lining. You don't need to do anything on the lining. You place the thick net on the fabric, just on the fabric. Okay, that's where you just get this bally effect needed. I don't have that net handy here. I would have shown you, but I believe you know the net I'm talking about, the one used for ball gowns. You can use it under the main fabric and it will give you the fullness and it will make the sleeve to stand the way you want it. Okay, so right here I've gone ahead to pleat all over the cap. You can see the effect we are already getting. Very beautiful, very lovely. Okay, I'll go ahead and stitch this down. I'll go over to my machine and stitch this down, then I'll show you what I have. Okay, so right here I've stitched it down, guys. I've stitched it down You can see the inside showing the basic sleeve that is carrying this puff sleeve, and you can see the outside. It's very important to do it like this so that the cap will not be too much. You know, the pleats are big, so if you make the basic under the lining to be the same with the fabric, the puffy fabric, it will be too much. You can't even attach it comfortably to the cloth. So this is a tip that you must follow. The inside is a basic sleeve while the outside is the puff. Now I'm matching the notch on the puff to the basic sleeve. The long basic sleeve, you know, the sleeve is two. One is a basic long sleeve while the puff is on top of the basic long sleeve. So this is how you're going to place yours, and this is how you're going to arrange your puff on it. This is beautiful. It's coming out so lovely. It's coming out so lovely. So like this, you place it, you just go ahead and use your pin and pin it down and stitch it down. It's just the same with working with fabric, no difference. It's just that this is paper, and I've given you an idea of the kind of interfacing to use to help your fabric stand. What you can see on the screen is a damask fabric. Okay, so when you put it on fold, this is what we have. So lovely, so beautiful. I'll go ahead and place this on a form so that you see what we have, guys. This is so lovely. Note that you can make your own way bigger. You can also make it smaller if that is what you want. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the form. See what we have here, guys. So lovely. Okay, see what we have. See what we have. You can make your comparison with the picture that we are trying to replicate. Okay, and you will see that this is perfect. This is a perfect replication. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. See what we have on that form. Okay, you can go ahead and place your sleeve. You can embellish it the way you want. I just tried to now use some applique to just place on it to make it more beautiful. Oh guys, thanks so much for watching, and don't fail to subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be the first to know each time I upload my gorgeous tutorials. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye.